Appreciate you for tuning in to the Theory Expo. If you enjoy the content we're doing, please like and subscribe. And on that note, let's get to it. Let's get to it. What was you saying?
No, my bad. We back.
No,
I'm up here. I started talking.
Right when I was started to hit the thing, you started talking.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. I started talking through the intro. My bad. No, we good. I was just talking about my TV, how I got it set up now, but it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we begin just hopping on to talk about this Sandman movie. I know I saw it yesterday. I saw it yesterday afternoon. I think you saw it yesterday evening.
Yes,
and,
right. Yeah.
I did the shaky camera. I won't be doing that unless you gotta pick the right movie for that, bro.
Yo, yeah, bro. That's bro. What was that like, man? Because in this movie, it was a lot of.
It was too much. It was too much, bro.
It's an overload, right?
Even the trailers, they got you locked in on trailers. So I probably got in. The movie started at 3. I probably got in about 3:05, whatever. All I know is, and I noticed the difference between Regal and AMC. Regal have trailers, but they don't have as many commercials. You know, you go to an AMC and like it's 30 minutes before the movie start.
It's like social media.
Yeah, it's a problem, right?
Might as well be on IG or something, like Twitter or something. Like
they got a lot going on before the movie actually starts. Whereas like Regal, they got a little commercial, but then they just really going. So you could be like trailers was playing. So like I think you said you saw the Flash trailer on the big screen. That might have been one of the first ones because I didn't see that one. The Indiana Jones one, it was like being on like an old school Kings Island ride, right? Just the Indiana Jones trailer. So if I go see Indiana Jones in the movies, that might be something that I go see it in the thing. That may give that type of movie with that, you know, that kind of thing that Indiana Jones got, that go with it.
That's a good
for this movie, it was too much.
Bro.
Man, I had popcorn, right?
Yeah.
After Indiana Jones, I had to sit it on the side, like I had a free seat, like it's not gonna happen because my popcorn is going to be, I'm gonna lose it because it was so much of that, man. It was so much. It was like it didn't even feel like I was secure in the seat, right? Because I was like, can I sit lower so I could be in it?
That's a good point, right? Because on the ride they strap you in. That's the whole point. Like, what's the first thing they do? Hey, chill. Listen, everybody stand still. You're gonna strap you. They come in, they check you.
Yeah.
They do the last minute check. You know, little teenager come do the last little. You got braces and acne doing a little check on you. Hey, sir,
that's the safety manager.
Yeah, you know, he the safety assistant manager and shit.
He like 12, but he got my life in his hand.
Right.
Yeah.
But you ain't strapped. You wasn't strapped in, so you was done by the first trailer. You was out.
It's like all the seat had to do was like tilt. You know, you can make your seat tilt forward, and I would have one bump because it was even hitting you. It even hit pause. It hit your lower back. Mm-hmm. Like it's like a massage chair the way it can get to the angles, and then like some of the stuff like I'm gonna hit you in your high back, but some of the stuff I'm gonna hit you in your low back, man. And it was like so much, especially with the quantum when they first went in, and when they was going through and they was switching sides, amazing scene. But it was like,
man.
But it was like, and then what was worse is that I was I like to sit on the edge, and I got like it's like the seat, the bar railings is next, you know, like the railings to walk up so if I like put my arms like this just to kind of like get in, it leaned back. I'm hitting my elbow against the railings. It's an awful lot, man. You gotta like pick the right movie for the right situations.
That's a good point.
And I was the only person that I'm looking around, like I'm the only person that's like not really like, oh, okay, I must have been the newbie because everybody else was prepared for this. Like that was an awful lot.
Yo, that might be like a niche crowd, right? Like that might be like for enthusiasts, like ride enthusiasts, because you're right, man. Like everybody's not just picking that for a reason. It's a reason.
No,
and because it's not like they're ever sold out of the shaky cam seats. They never sold out. It's all right. You look around,
you can get a shaky cam
empty seats. Speaking of shaky cam, I shook my cam. But like the shaky cam seats are never really sold out. It's never really a line out the shaky cam door. So it's. I'm starting to think that it's for like enthusiasts, man. Like it's for like you're not gonna always choose it. But I do agree with you though. I think that the Indiana Jones ride will probably be more suitable for something like that.
Yeah. I think I would go. Let's say like it was a movie that came out last year, Ambulance. Michael Bay. Like if I was going to go see that in the theaters, that'd probably be the only way I'd go see it in the theaters, right? Maybe even like Transformers or something when they come up. Oh man, Fast and the Furious might be get some run.
Because it played better with rides. Like when
I ain't really trying to think too much. I'm just trying to. That may be but even something like way Fast and Furious is now might be too much because they coming out of space, they hitting orbits, they doing all this, and you just like holding on for dear life.
That's a good point, man. You don't want to be thinking and trying to adjust to this experience and this overload on your senses. You already trying to pay attention. Like, wait a minute, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what did he say though?
Yeah.
You know. So it's like, that's a good point, man. I think like car chases and like jumping out of planes and stuff like that. Like I think Uncharted would have been good.
Uncharted would have been and that'd have been like you're right. Uncharted probably would have been a real good shaky cam 4DX, but shaky cam experience. Too much to think about. Like I said, upcoming movies, Transformers, I think probably be a decent one. If you're gonna go see Transformers in the movies and you just want to do something different, I would say 4DX, but something like Creed 3, hell no. Creed 3. Man, because when they go at it, I don't need none of that. That air hit you pause like the air, lights flashing on the side, man. I don't need none of that when somebody get knocked out.
I'm starting to think like, damn, should I seen Avatar with the shaky? You know what I mean? Like Avatar might have been all right, just because like you say, the air, you flying through the air with the you know what I mean? You on the you riding on the, I forgot what they call it, but you riding on the little creature, whatever, the wings and all that, and the Navi and all that. That might have been all right. That might, but I didn't. I saw that in 3D. But this one, I skipped out. Wifey wouldn't let me. She wouldn't even let me. Yeah, she wouldn't even let me entertain the idea of it. So we ended up just seeing it.
Good call by her. Good call by her, because like that was unexpected.
Yeah,
because when the action, so getting into the movie, it was like the thing about it was when the action hit, there was an awful lot of it, right? It was, like a lot at one time. It wasn't even like one type of action. It was a lot of action included in the action, right? And you like, like where should I kind of be looking kind of action? Like, should I be paying attention over here? Should I be paying attention? It is
trying to adjust and shit. This shit is wild, man. It's different, man. That's more of a, it's a reason why things like rides at theme parks only last less than 2 minutes at the most. You know what I mean? Like they're over in a blink, and it's a reason. It's because it's meant to like stimulate you, pause, like in that way. You know what I mean? It's meant to just to get that one hit, and then you just like, all right, I'm out of there. Man, that was fun. That's not meant to be a long term. You're not meant to be sitting down and doing all that for 2 hours. This was a 2-hour movie too, so.
And like a hit training, right? Because it could be like
you're
doing a circuit of different things, like getting up, getting down, moving to the side, running, take a break for 30 seconds, right back at it. Just mentally, right? Like some of the things that were happening, it just looking at it was happening that way, let alone combining it with the movement. So it was definitely an experience seeing it in that way. But getting into the movie, one of the things that Ant-Man movies have always been, Ant-Man 1 or 2, and then the times he's shown up, right? Maybe I'm stretching a little bit when they go to Civil War, but ultimately it's always been about a heist, right? Some kind of, and a major heist, right? That impacts a lot of things, right? Like they save the world off a time heist, right?
Yep.
We get to this, and pardon me if I'm wrong, it wasn't. They needed to get something, but it didn't feel real heisty, right? It wasn't heisty like.
No, it was
like just it was like go get something because I can't go get it kind of deal. Like, like, hey, you got, let me check. Hey, let me see the size of your hand. You got the little kid that can fit their hand into something.
There it is.
Yeah, you can reach it under the couch.
That's exactly, to perfect analogy.
The heist.
It was the kid. I need you to get into where I can't reach. I mean, I need you to climb through this like space that get in there, kid. Don't push this button.
Boy was like, I am Groot.
I know. I am Groot. No, don't push that button. Push. Yeah.
Oh man, Groot. Yeah. Groot was something else right there. That's funny, man.
That was a good move. Yeah, that was a good moment. A good scene.
I think the man don't try to do that too with Grogu when he was trying to get him across those wires. He had no shot, but that damn Groot scene, man, when he couldn't. Your man don't knew he was wrong for that.
No, take the green wire, push it down. Yeah, man don't know damn well Groot can't comprehend what he's. Grogu's like, what? I got three fingers, man.
There's no way he could do that, man. Was he got the three.
Got the penguins and shit.
Mando was wrong for that one, man. But that's kind of this wasn't, to me, it didn't feel like much of a heist as much as it was that.
Correct.
So I don't even really know how to overall go with this movie, because I don't even know. I think we talked about it last week or whenever we talked about like that. I don't know if we talked about the final trailer that came out, and we talked about a couple things, and I know internally I was like, damn, I'm ready to go, but I never had a big thing about going to see Ant-Man. Meaning like, no, let me change that. Let me change. I didn't have a big expectation of anything Ant-Man related. There was still that element of, what the hell's Ant-Man gonna do with a Kang? And I'm gonna get into that. But we started talking about it, some of the different things, like, this means, and then they're trying, some of the scenarios or some of the things we kind of brought up. I don't know if we really hit on any of those, right? Maybe softly, but coming out of it, like, it was parts in it. I was like, okay, we going. Like, it's a lot happening, and sometimes that can confuse you. Like, damn, this is really like the ish versus like this is not. But by the end, it was like I just walked out like, it was an Ant-Man movie. It was an Ant-Man movie, like. So I don't got no big arrows for it in a negative way, because it was an Ant-Man movie. But one of the things, this is another movie from the MCU, and I'm really trying not to be negative. This is another one that I don't walk out of it like I'm ready for the furthering of the story.
Thank you.
And I think that they have lost, right? Whereas, like, I think I was trying to think it could, like, this last phase, right? Phase 4, and now we in phase 5. The only one when the movie was over where I was like, okay, the furthering of the story, like where we about to go, was Shang-Chi. Mainly because the way his father in those 10 rings. The 10 rings seemed like they meant, post-credit or not. It just seemed like it was the only one that had a story that went past the movie ending. Like, oh, we got this 10 rings thing. That's just not right. There's implications in that. That's just not ending, right? I know they threw things in Multiverse of Madness, incursions and all this and all that, and they threw things in Thor with Valhalla. But the way the characters in the movie, it just felt like the finale of what they had versus a continuation, even not just of their story, the MCU story. And I think a lot of times I started trying to think, because I wanted to make sure as we look at it like this, like, how did I feel about other things? And I think if I went into other movies, rewatched them again, maybe I might be like, okay, maybe I had this as an 8, but it was really a 6. But really, I couldn't even do that, because it'll be like, when that movie was over, I knew what it meant, because that's what the MCU was. It was about every movie was about the addition to the story. The overall, these were just episodes in the overall MCU. And I came out of this one just like it was an Ant-Man movie, but just even though they didn't end it like it was like the end of the story, it was like Ant-Man's over.
Yeah, I don't expect to see another Ant-Man movie.
Yeah, you know, it just was like Ant-Man's over, and I don't know.
He got
it
his cake.
Feel like the end of a trilogy. It felt like the movie was over, but it didn't feel like the end of the trilogy.
That's a great. Yeah, that's a great.
It's just that's just kind of how it was. So I don't, man. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what to do with that because it kind of becomes wash, rinse, repeat. The movie was okay, but I don't really know how to say it was. I don't know how to say because Jonathan Majors was tough. You know what I'm saying? He was tough, but I have a point about that. He was tough.
Yeah, I like Jonathan Majors.
Michelle Pfeiffer did her thing, like this is world class.
Yeah.
She been out here for a long time. Still got her look, but like she was a having her part, and we knew that was gonna be that. But she was dope. It just was when they come in, I was like, man, this got a lot of. Did you think when they first went into the quantum realm? This is what I first thought. I'm like, man, this is like Star Wars or Blade Runner or something, right? And I had the 3D on, so it really put that little impact on it. But I was like, this is like, and then even when you got down to the people, because the people in the quantum realm didn't seem really. You good?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, they didn't really seem like a threatening kind of like. It was like a Star Wars kind of lived in space Tatooine or something. Like it was like that, a little bit different, maybe like a, I don't know. Had that little feel to it, but it was just okay. We moving. They done got into some man hijinks. But the one thing I'll say about Jonathan Majors, and I'm gonna say about Kang, not because Jonathan Majors was woo. And I don't even know how to say because I think the easiest thing, and I think maybe rightfully thing for me to say is I wish I got more of them. But the one thing I'll probably just say is, he was so dope. But this is my problem, Manny. They keep telling me how strong Kang is. They're not showing me. So you came with Kang the Conqueror, but really he just was an exiled Kang.
Great.
So we gonna keep. So we had He Who Remains. Mm-hmm. You told me the whole time he was how he remains. He was above all for all time, always in the Loki show. And then you just then you spent the whole episode telling me about him. Right, the last episode you just told me about him and he stabbed him. So we get to this one, and we can see like he has this, but like we don't really see him use his tech. We don't see him use the things. A for real Kang, and this is where I'm getting negative, and I don't want to do that, but I gotta say this. I always feel like Kang is an Avenger level threat. He's not a movie level threat. Like, so I would have more half expected him to be behind. If you're gonna show him, if you're gonna keep telling me how strong he is, then he's behind. He's behind AIM having better weapons, so that AIM could be attacking, maybe going after the Pym particles that Pym got. I'm not trying to get into their story, but that's when I think of Kang. And maybe I'm thinking of Kang wrong, but I feel like right now they keep telling me how tough Kang is, but all they really showing me is that there are a lot of Kangs, and then you defeat one and we got another one. Now, I mean, that was Hydra, cut off one head, two more shall appear, right?
Facts.
And it was like that's how I felt, not about his performance because he was dope, and like I'm watching and I'm like, golly, this is just not a. No shot, no shade to Ant-Man, but this is an Avenger level, not just a council of Kangs to go against a bunch of people. It should be all those people going against Kang. Right?
Yeah.
Not a bunch of Kangs going against a bunch of Kangs, which is what we're going to get.
That's what we're going to get. Nah, I'm with you, man. I walked out the exact same way. I'm not even going to lie. I walked out like, I wanted to bash the movie, but I'm like, no, it's not even. No, it's not bashable. It's not. This wasn't the worst MCU movie. Not even close. Not even the second worst.
I wanted to do the same thing, but I was like, I said the same thing. Like, what was I really expecting from an Ant-Man movie? My pause. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, I'm just piggybacking off what you're saying. No, I'm with you. I kind of just walked out like, yeah, I want to bash this, man, but it wasn't even bashful. It was just the fact that I just was kind of underwhelmed But like you said, yeah, what am I really expecting from an Ant-Man movie? You know, I'm like, it's the third Ant-Man movie at that. And I'm like, no, it was an Ant-Man movie.
It was an
This is an Ant-Man movie. We got the comedy in the beginning. We got the him and his wife and his mother-in-law and his now Hank, his father-in-law. They playing off each other. The daughter came in there. She sort of introduced herself.
Yeah, they just kind of let us know that they was a family now. Like I didn't know. Like I knew they was together, but like they got married. Like when did that happen? Like it just was all a family. Grandpa. I'm like, oh okay, I guess they got married. Not that I needed a scene like that. I'm just saying, just got into the movie and they was all married and grandpa and grandma and whatever.
Yeah, it's you know we. But I'm with you, man. It's just going on Kang. Avenger level threat, but we never really get to see it. We get to see a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
Because we hearing about this through the entire movie.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah.
Like, and to the point where I'm like, damn, do he just got like mind control over everybody? Or is this just pure fear? Is this just fear controlling these people? Like everybody, he serves this guy. You know what I mean? Like this is his empire. And it's like, and was I the only one? Did you think I thought the soldiers, right? I thought those was like automatons, like robots. Those like people
too.
in those.
Those was dudes.
Those were people.
Whites and females too, but like those were people.
Yeah, those were like
those just like regular people that so trained like soldiers. Yeah, I thought they was gonna be like robots.
I thought they was automatons,
humanoids, at least at the very least. They would just seem like they were just regular stormtroopers, you know.
They was troopers, you know. So I'm like, we never got to see why. Why did he? How and why did he have this much control? Was it just because he got his technology to work? You know what I mean? So
yeah, because like he got technology beyond our wildest dreams, and like, but we just never got to see it. I mean, Ant-Man ate all those blaster shots, right? Just because he was tall. But you want to like we don't. You show me, don't tell me.
I just don't think. He made it like he killed. My bad. He killed the Avengers. I'm like, wait, bro, you killed Thor?
What was the one with the hammer?
Yeah, like how did you do that? Like, did you do that? Now that's the thing. Did he do it purely through his technology and his fighting prowess? Like, or did he go back in time and erase all the Avengers? We never get a clear picture of that, how he defeated the Avengers. Because if we just going off power levels, bro, you just went head to head with Ant-Man and you ain't really like, you wasn't just dominating him, like, even when he was big, like, because I think Thanos would have, he wouldn't, you know what I mean, just comparing.
Hulk around. He had Thor, he was holding Thor. So you killed Thor, he was holding Thor like, the legs
bench press Hulk.
What he say? The legs get weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, giving us exposition while being fierce.
Ton of exposition in this movie too. And now you bring that up, ton of exposition. A lot of again, man, just explaining. You know, hey, this is a quantum realm. This is how this guy. You know, I found him. You know, like Michelle Pfeiffer. She pretty much goes through the entire flashback, how they met, how they fixed his machine, and how he was brought back to, you know, full power. But it's like, it was some things that just wasn't clear. Like, did you understand what he was offering Scott? Because I didn't really get that. Like, what was
he offering Scott? Because they made it seem like in the trailers, like he could get him back time.
Yeah.
The only thing where Scott went in because he just didn't want to. I understood the thing was about like he didn't want his daughter to die, but it was really There wasn't no offer. The trailer was almost like false. It wasn't. I mean, maybe I'm making too much. It was almost like false advertising. Way the trailer was, it was like I can give you back time, and it was like That's what you gave Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah,
like you say, maybe it was a misdirect, but why would that be the misdirecting from the trailer to the when I say Michelle Janet? But like, why would that
Janet
be the misdirect? Why would that be the misdirect from the trailer to the movie? Like, because literally you offer her that when y'all, which made sense in the movie, right? But him and Scott, which is like, hey man, don't snap my Bernarda's back. I'll go get it for you. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. It was just, hey man, go do it for me, and I'll let you go. He didn't really make him an offer, so it begs the question: why offering something when it's really just, nah, you do what I say or I kill your daughter? But like you say, yeah, the trailer made it like, no, it was like a deal on
An agreement.
an agreement on the line that, hey man, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna save your world, and I'm gonna drop you off to where you're gonna get time back with your daughter. But nah, that never happened. It was just, nah, just do what I say or I'll kill your daughter right now. Bring back what I want or I'll kill your daughter. And then even when he did it, he was just like, your daughter will be good without you. And it's like, I mean,
Man,
damn,
what
bro,
were the
why?
stakes of that? What was the
What was
stakes
the
of that?
what was the point for the double cross? I don't get it. Like, why did he not just say, all right, you got what I want? It was kind of all over the place, man. Like,
Yeah, it didn't. That's a good point because it was like you walk in and then they meet and then like he throw them both in the little cage or whatever, and then like he does the move where if you don't go get it, I'm gonna kill your daughter, right? Cool, I'll go steal it. But then Scott kept saying we had a deal, and it was like we beyond that part. Everybody kind of moving around. Why do you
yeah,
keep saying we have a deal when that really wasn't a deal? Right? Like you knew that was gonna happen. You saved the world and stuff like that. Like you knew that if he whether you gave it to him or not, if he had your daughter, she was going the way it was just moving, right? It just didn't, but it was all over the place. So maybe, like you said, it could be a miss point, something I'm not seeing that it kind of was really a deal. It was, I don't know. I'm gonna go
it's
get
not
it for
very,
me.
it's not
Okay.
clear. Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It was an Ant-Man movie. It just didn't further a story, or there's a story of further that I just be honest with you, I'm tired of even trying to get. Like I'm over it, man. Like the whole. So I think this is about secret wars, and this might be about. You know what? Show me. My little thing is show me, don't tell me, man. You just don't get the benefit of you don't get grace no more. Like
that's a good
I'm
point.
not the only thing with this one. I don't know why this is the movie that I'm cool with, where the other ones wouldn't. It was I was like, well, it's Ant-Man. Like I'm not one Ant-Man have I ever walked in
That's true.
where I was like, okay. It just so happened that the movie being an addition while being an addition to the MCU furthered the story. So as we talked last time, we talked where like the MCU was always kind of like just one big, just one TV show with several seasons, right? Like, and then each phase was like episodes and ended with Avengers. Other ones fit in to that, right? You know, Ant-Man mattered in Ultron, right?
Yeah, I'm with
Even
you.
though Ultron happened the episode before, but then it also mattered. It also mattered in Civil War, right?
Yeah,
And then his second one
it
also
goes.
definitely
It's,
mattered in Endgame.
yeah,
That was purpose, right?
it's a
And
huge impact. Yeah,
it was so it's like as I get that, it's like okay, I'm not even really judging the quality of the movie per se. Where I'm just like, okay, cool, this is happening. They introduced the Quantum Realm, so then it's like we try to go, and you know what I was comparing it to, and it was a negative thing. I was like, damn, we went into the quantum realm, but James Gunn did this better when we went into like even until to a lot of movie that people don't like when they talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy is 2, right? When you rank them, I really do like it, but like the different worlds and different things he was showing as we was different planets, like they almost down there had the prostitute planet, they had different things
my
like they
daughter,
just
my wife pointed that out. Yeah,
it
good
was
point.
like I was comparing them to, and I was like, I'm in the quantum realm, and it's like it's like that. It's like, and I wasn't going in like going to show me. I was open to seeing it, and I just don't feel like I said it about the last movie too, didn't I? I said I felt like we went into like in Wakanda forever, and I felt like when we went into the movie, like we here, let's really be here, right? Let's really be here, and we wasn't. And for this one, it was like we in the quantum realm, but it was like, is this about the quantum realm? Is the quantum realm the story? Quantum realm wasn't really the story.
Nah,
Right? It wasn't the story. So that could be on me, like thinking that was like I think the quantum realm gonna be the story. Like it wasn't. It really
and
wasn't. We just went in there, and that's where the movie was, right? The movie
they
was.
go back to what we always talk about is this is where a TV show would help.
Oh my God.
This is what I mean. Like this is what we mean.
Oh my
This is why we
God.
always bring that up. It's like a TV show would help Hey man, like literally that entire little rebellion story they had going on, I had no idea who the hell who are these
I
people?
still don't know the people's names. Like,
who was
I
the
remember them making a
princess?
big deal about the telepath dude, and like I couldn't tell you his name right now. And I'm not trying to save to him. I just can't tell you his character's name right now.
I don't know his
I could have
character
got
name.
I
I don't
got a
know.
TV show with just them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just and I don't even maybe even a one shot, just explaining. Hey, they got this rebellion. This is the little warrior princess chick. She was yoked. You know what I mean? Her traps was all like out.
God,
You know what I mean? She was up there
she
like
about to clap. The daughter, like
right. So I'm like, damn. A TV show would have really helped. You know what I mean? A Quantum Realm TV show, and you could have even thrown the daughter in there. You could even had Ant-Man do a guest appearance. But yeah, we did not.
Hank Pym could have showed up because they was doing stuff like just a little breakaway scene. Like you said, even if it was a one shot breakaway, this is what we doing. Hey, we working on this satellite. Good. And okay. So now I'm going to. So even if the movies may not be leading and don't really feel like they leading into something a part of the MCU, the show can at least lead into the movie. WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness, where like lead into it, and it's like. I could have just got that little scene with not a just get Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer one day to come and not or Hope, get them coming like they helping the granddaughter like, hey, we got this. He got ants building their things on their own. What are you talking about? Plot armor? Like all of a sudden they live for 1,000 years and you get,
bro? They came through and just.
They got
Deus Ex Machina the whole entire movie, bro. They come on, man. The ants come through and they just saved the day. They so advanced. They got their own civilization. They got their own government, and
yeah, I know socialism is a hot topic. Like, what happened?
He threw that in there. I know socialism is a charged word, but
it's
these guys. It's like, come on,
y'all
bro.
flew down there and they went to a whole nother. And only because of the tidbit earlier, because you had them building, or now they building their own things, and then they still listening to you 1,000 years later with the
they done carried it through generations, 10,000 years, generation after generation. Hey, watch out for the signal, generations, bro. The ants are beyond anything that's on Earth now. You can't bring the ants. You almost got to go back and like destroy the ants.
You can't bring them back.
You can't bring them back to Earth. They take over the Earth. They take over. They know how to do everything Hank did and some. They smarter than Hank.
You got to take them out down there.
You got to blow them up, bro. You got to like send a bomb back. You almost got to have Kane go back, which I thought he was gonna do in the movie. Because I'm like, he ain't about to get bodied by these ants. He about to show us. I'm thinking like this is where he gonna show his power. Is he's going to go back and erase that 10 because they emphasized that no, they've been alive for 10,000 years and through a day, and it's like, all right, well, I'm thinking like, oh, Kang about to go back and erase their civilization. I thought he was going to do that. No, he didn't do that. They end up taking him out basically. So it's like, you can't have these ants come back. Yeah, ants gotta die. Yeah, they can't be in the quantum realm because they way beyond anything that the people in the quantum that the warrior princess and the telepath dude. Any rebellion they got it's even worse now because they more advanced than the Kang army now. So
if you got to put it like you say, it's nothing like it's an Ant-Man movie, but that was stupid. Just flat out, right? Because it was like, like there's no then And like another thing, just to be like, not I'm not trying to be negative, but just put two and two together. Those Kangs were paying attention. We saw the post credit. Those Kangs were paying attention. They weren't going to let him get out. They obviously were all powerful over him. They had a whole coliseum of Kangs, dog.
That was wild.
They had a coliseum of Kangs.
Why would just quick thing before you finish your point? Why were the Kangs grunting? Why was it like some Planet of the Apes type shit? Like, why? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Like, whatever, man. Well,
I think one had an alligator face, Kang. It was
just was he a scroll or something?
Yeah.
Like you said, bro.
So yeah, it was just like all them. They put them down there with the device, and they broke it, so they would have stopped them from coming out. I'm gonna go get like, dude. They stopped you.
He's gonna get revenge.
You can't even beat them. Like, they would have stopped all that. So like, don't show me, don't tell me. That's all I'm saying. Don't keep doing this stretched out. Which they are. Don't do this stretched out masquerade of like we gonna highlight one Kang, but you're not showing me why this is. You just showing me. You're not showing like you're just showing me that he's a Loki, and that's okay. But show me that. Right? Show me that he Loki. Don't tell me he Thanos. Don't tell me he's the next, because he can't be if he can keep getting. We just got unlimited Kangs. That's why he's such a threat.
He shouldn't have been the villain. He shouldn't have. I'm with you. I agree with you. He shouldn't have been the villain.
That's just my overall thing about with the Kang thing. I have a fear they're going to do that. They're going to keep telling me how dope he is and not showing me how dope he is.
If you're going to do that, because you're right. Okay, you telling me how dope he is. You keep telling me throughout the entire movie, man, you got to fear this guy. Literally saying, like, you have to fear this man and all this. And he telling you, they were trying to, it was me. Jonathan Majors, great performance. Yes, I love, like, Jonathan Majors they picked the right one.
They picked the right one.
The problem is he shouldn't have been the villain of this movie. MODOK should have been the villain, right?
MODOK should have been the villain.
Kang should have been in the background like Thanos was. And that's the problem with
like to the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, like Ronan was you gotta have a sub. You gotta have a sub boss in there, and they had one in MODOK, even though they just played him off.
Once they did that, I was like, he was never a threat. So I'm not going to even hold that in my pocket, because that was the first one in my pocket. Like, I was like, I'm mad because they're not doing it how I thought they should have did it, and I'm gonna go ahead and let that go, because he was a joke, and he was meant to be that
right away.
And if I'm on my guy who played Darren, I don't even know how I signed up for that.
I'm embarrassed.
I don't even know how I signed up for that. That's
what if I'm him, he probably got a nice check. But yeah, I'm right. You're right. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, first of all, because there's no way he knows how that turned out until he's seen it, like, right later. But if I'm seeing that, if I'm taking my family on premiere night,
you back in the MCU,
and we watching that, and I'm looking over like, bro, you was better off not doing MODOK, but just that yellow jacket, the yellow jacket suit. If Kang would have like modified that, you was better off doing that, bro. But to make him MODOK and immediately make him comedy relief,
Well, Ho say, that's bad when your sister's mad. Son gotta grow up like, this is my dad. That's how he would have been in the damn premiere. Like, Dad, you told me you was back in MCU, man. I just seen you with a baby booty. like again, once he showed up and they started talking, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna even put that in my holster as what I'm gonna shoot at this movie, because I was like, it was never intended. They're never going to use MODOK. It's over. Unless you do until they do an MCU reboot.
It's
right?
over. It's over.
So they do the MCU reboot when we got all grays in our hair, and it's like a whole new generation.
That's a good point.
They may do MODOK. It was over. So they was never going to do it. So I couldn't even sit with it, because I wanted to, like, come on, this is what y'all going. This is what this. Okay, bro.
Yeah, that hurt a little bit, bro.
It stung a little bit, man. Once he got to being stupid, and I was like,
and the moment
I could tell about a face. As soon as they showed his face, I was like, oh, this about to be some bullshit.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. He ain't gonna never. And then when he got sent by when Kang sunned him, like, I was like, he's not even a sub boss. Like, he can't even.
Yeah. If he got old girl would have been way more. He would have had more respect. He would have showed her more respect than he showed MODOK, man. He sent the hell out of MODOK.
Did this movie have reshoots?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Like, I wonder if they changed some stuff, man, because it just seemed like the early images, some of the teaser was like misdirection. But yeah, you know how you got a point in the movie where you kind of like you kind of wave the white flag, like
yeah.
Y'all got it. Y'all got
it.
Y'all got it. It was the moment with MODOK when he was just laying there like, let's go. Hey. But he was like, hey, where you going? Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. And she like about to run past him. She come back like Darren, whatever. What was his name? Darren. Darren, just give it up. Like,
just give it up, man.
And he like no.
That was the white flag moment because I actually laughed when he did that shit. Like, it's over, man. Hope you can cut your hair and shit. I'm laughing at this dude like, hey, man, you're like a brother to me. I'm laughing. It was over. The flag was up. He said, "You'll never." No, man, let's go. Like, dude, you embodied in the ground, man. You are not MODOK. You're a fake MODOK. But you supposed to have telepathy. You supposed to be able to mind control control equipment. You talking about? Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Dude, you impaled in the ground, man. The daughter look at you like, yo, stop being a dick. He's like, I'm not a dick. You were like a brother to me. Man. I died an Avenger. I laughed. Like, what? I laughed. I can't even laugh. I laughed.
He said I died an Avenger, man. I'm like, what is going what is going on, man? Like he said I died an Avenger. Oh my God, man. He said yes. Hey, let's go. Where you going? Darren, give it up. Darren, give it. Stop being a dick.
I got tears in my eyes, man.
It was like, man, why would they do that,
man?
Bro, first of all, you can't redeem Darren, man.
It's over, man.
That's what made it so bad. It was like, it'd be one thing if MODOK was some just random quirky character who had been living in the quantum realm already. But the fact that you tried to make it Yellow Jacket, who was a murderer, who had intended on murdering Hank several times.
Yeah, he was about to body Hank, and
he was gonna body Hank and Hope.
He was gonna take care of Hank. Hope was gonna get it by whatever.
It was the particles messing with him and all that, but still, it's like, bro,
he got bodies, man. He had bodies in the Ant-Man movie.
He had bodies, bro.
He got bodies, man. Like
in the worst way.
With the gun.
Well, he made him like it ain't even no evidence, bro. He threw him in the toilet. Like, dude had bodies.
He got a goat, man. Yeah. He was just doing. He had a goat. Like, don't matter. Like,
man. Look at. It's like look what we got here, man. Man, you had him, man. You had him up in there, done.
Oh,
hey, let's go. Where you going? Hey. No, don't run. Come on, let's go. It's like, what, bro? Oh man, kill more. Yeah, man. I waved the white flag. Like,
it was over at that point in time. Like, this would.
I'm out.
Hey, man. Yeah,
we can't win this one. We can't win them all, man.
That's a funny line, man. You said I died an Avenger.
Like, what is
shit, man? Like, it was at the point, like, all this kind of stuff happened. The dude said, I died an Avenger.
He like touched Scott's face off. He touched Scott's face. Hey, Scott, you was always like a brother to me. And it's like, man, you only what? Like, what? He didn't even know Scott. Like, I get the joke. Like, I get it, it's a joke, but it's like, yo, man, he like touching on his face and his chest and all that. Pause. I'm like, Yeah, it was wild, man. I had to wave a white flag, man. On
that was a good laugh, man. Oh, because I had that same exact. I didn't go verbalize like you just said it. It was the same exact thing, man. It was just like, because I was already tripping and unnecessarily. Maybe I won't say necessarily. Maybe I was going too far. I was like, man, Ant-Man he eating all this. Like they shooting at him. Like Kang would have like Dark Order times 10 because he from the future, like kind of weaponry. He eating it, but I'm getting technical about it. Whatever, man. He eating that. Whatever. He big. I guess he can eat all that. Cool. I'm not gonna argue the physics. Then that moment's kind of happened. I was like, okay, that's what it's at, man. Because the only thing I thought was gonna happen at the end, I was like, oh, they really about to leave Scott in the quantum realm?
What was that about? Like, that's what I mean about. That's why I asked about the reshoots. I'm like, was he supposed to stay? Because that would have gave the movie like, stakes. Like, wow.
And the movie never had that because that has stakes. That. Like, we just need to keep him from getting that so he can get out.
This man,
like, if he got out,
man, he got a cake at the end. And now the part where he was, because I'm thinking like, man, they keep doing it, and I'm like, I'm waiting for just something. And the part where he walking down the street and he like, wait a minute, didn't he say that if I kill him, then something worse is coming? And I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm waiting for like Kane to come out and like snatch him or just snap his world away or something. Nah. No, it'll be all right. We're good. It's an Ant-Man movie.
And let's keep this a buck. It's counterintuitive with what they were saying in Loki. And we could talk about that. They had a Loki post-credit.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get to that.
But before we go that far, we'll lead into that. And Loki, when they kill Human Reigns, like if you kill me, worse versions of me come. So what you're telling me is the guy that Sylvie stabbed was the greatest Kang. That was my point. I don't think we're going to get an Alpha Kang, because if this wasn't Alpha Kang, we're not getting one. Right. Because the other Kang seems like they already done conquered and they in harmony. That's not what He Who Remains told us. Because they exiled this one, and now they had a. I guess that was the Council of Kangs with Rama is it Ramatut?
Ramatut.
I guess those three were the Council of Kangs, right? So they just what? Because it don't seem like they was like they don't know. Hey, we the one we exiled, the exiled Kang, so it's gone, and they rejoiced. He wasn't holding them back from conquering the timelines anyway, because he was exiled in the quantum realm.
So what was his threat again? What?
So is that's nothing. The TVA in the quantum realm? It got to be, but that's a whole nother conversation. If he built all that,
it almost has to be, don't it? Yeah, the TVA got to be outside of time and space.
And then that Kang took over. This Kang right here. Was that the Kang who took over the TVA? The one who just got took it out? I say all that to say, it don't seem like those Kangs in the post-credit, the first one, they was just cool. Right? Yeah. They were just cool. It was only this Kang that was them. Those Kangs is, we have an oncoming threat of Kangs coming, but it was like, that's another thing you're gonna keep telling me. But you didn't show me right there, because they was all rejoicing that the exile Kang no longer exists. Sounds like something they could have did anyway.
Right.
They exiled him. They could have just murked him.
Yeah.
Right. They could have just murked him.
They could have just, they was waiting on him.
All that stuff he had, and the only thing that stopped him was being able to get through all that giant stuff so they can get to the one device. But they set the story. It's deeper down in the thing, and it'll mess up your mind, and all this kind of stuff happens. And
those are just possibilities.
The possibility theory and all that. Enough plot armor again.
That went nowhere though. Yeah,
it was just that. Like, this is why it's too. All right. Okay. Cool. Great. That's your story. I gotta go with the story. It just don't seem like the Kang that they set up from when we first start talking in the Loki series. We see unless that isn't this Kang. That's what it was made to seem like it was him, but maybe it's not. That's what I guess that's what they're going to tell us. But it was just the way the story that He Who Remains told only made sense for this guy. It didn't make sense for the other Kangs that they showed, the Council of the Kangs, and they already done conquered. Look, they was in harmony about the timelines they got, right? Looked like they was in harmony. Like this Kang wanted that. So I don't know, man. It just didn't seem like it didn't seem like it went together. About the stories that they had been setting up for Kang just to get to this one and be the exiled Kang, which we kind of figured it was. He was stuck down there. But it didn't. It seemed like a stuck thing, not an exiled thing. Like, I mean, I would have figured it would have been more stuck because of not the other Kangs didn't want him, so they just banished him on some like Planet Hulk stuff.
Yeah, I just was left with too many questions. Like, how did he die exactly? It's like he was. Did he? I mean, yeah, I don't know, man.
What killed him?
What killed him? He got sucked back into the whatever the thing was.
Whatever that was.
Yeah, whatever the hell that was. I still don't know how they charged it back up in the first place.
Yeah, what they? And then she got it. I think they got into an explanation. I don't really have to. I don't know, man. Yeah, because it seemed like then apparently
it's like linked to his mind and his thoughts and his memories.
But they have worked together to get to that.
Yeah.
Was she just holding trade secrets? Just because she left, they worked on that for years to try to fix that. And he was standing right to the point where I thought, like, oh, he must have clapped. Like, they about to tell that they had a love story.
Yeah, because he's standing behind her like.
Yeah, like.
My man's in the back like. Are you done?
I feel like that's what it was leading to. Like, Johnny.
Yeah, John.
He be laughing, saying something serious, being funny with a straight face. Like, well, do you want these cheeks or not? Like, that would have like the way he was standing there was like they about to set this up. That what really was they had something. They had they was
close, bro. They
had a
was like face to face almost. I'm like, wait a minute, did he?
Yeah, like is that where was that? So it was like they were going to do that, but they worked together for all those years. Like he not going to know that, and he has advanced technology. He don't know what she did to fix the device. He was right there. They worked on it together. So even if she leaves, she had the one. He could just redo what the Black Order made pim particles.
Yeah, they reverse engineered them. Yeah.
So Kane couldn't have did. It was just like, oh, well, okay, 30 years, and he built this whole. But they did it together. She didn't do it by herself and then bring it. She just destroyed. It just didn't feel like that guy could have done it, but they didn't show us that he can do those kind of things. They just told us he could. Hey, you got a man. Look at what I built, this empire. But then they said MODOK did it. I've been here and I put all this. It was like, okay, so what Kang was this? Whatever, man. I'm just repeating myself now. I'm gonna stop. But it was it ain't really about the Ant-Man movie because Ant-Man movie is an Ant-Man movie. So I'm not. They did it. I'm not comparing the two, but they didn't really do a good Ghost, right? They did a terrible Ghost, to be quite honest. So they didn't do so it wasn't never about, but they brought Kang in here. And only thing this made me do is fear. So that's 2 times we got Kang, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me fear that we're gonna keep getting Kang showing up, but none of them are gonna really justify us other than his performance.
Yeah,
but when you get outside of that, like no, Jonathan Majors was bringing that. The story isn't. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Not putting that out there saying Jonathan Majors is going to bring that kind of gravitas to the character, but he could have been a hero and brought that too, right? He bringing that. He could be. You'd be like, oh, that if they gave him the 10 rings, you'd be like, damn, boy, you know what he about to. You get what I'm saying? Or if they made him the new Black Panther, you'd be like, God,
I wanted that too, bro. I wanted him to be a T'Challa.
Yeah,
man,
you
from the
called.
future.
You was saying that. So like,
Man,
we'd
it'd
be
be
like,
great.
oh hell yeah! Like that's what those kind of actors bring to the table.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm just afraid that the Kangs that he's going to be are just going to be different versions, but none of them are going to be like, oh, the ooh, damn, and we get to see him really just annihilate a whole. We just seen him blast a couple people. I'm talking like annihilate a whole timeline, conquer his ship, like have the dam. Is it the Damocles that he got, or something? Maybe it's not. That's not the name of his ship, but like he got his chair, he got his ship. He got his, and he coming through, and he conquered. And he got a whole civilization, and we get to see like that guy. We need to go we got to go stop him. Not, man, it's a lot of them, and we probably gonna get one of them that's gonna be good on our side. That's gonna help us defeat the other Kangs, and that's how we get to the Avengers thing. Not an all powerful Kang. We just not gonna get one. We just gonna get a bunch of Kangs.
Great point.
That's just how I felt walking out the movie. That's not what I want.
No, that's not what I didn't want that either.
I want a powerful Kang.
I want a Kang that's gonna have a significant, lasting impact, right? One that we're gonna be like, damn, like I need in any superhero movie, you want to get to a point, you got a great villain when you actually say out loud, hey man, they kind of need to stop him. Like they need to, hey, like Bane, when Bane and Batman broke Batman back, he was like, hey man, they kind of need to Joker and
there's a part was like, how they gonna do it?
Yeah, how they gonna stop?
Like,
yeah, Joker
how they gonna stop this guy?
Even the Joker in Dark Knight, even a better example. Like, damn man, they need to stop the Joker. It's like here I've yet to get to a point where I'm like, y'all really need to stop Kang. But it's really like, other than like nobody knows who Kang is. I now assume Scott is aware of who Kang is, and like he had that walking down the street moment where he's like, damn, didn't he say that this is gonna happen if this happens? And he'll mention that in passing at some point with Doctor Strange, like, hey, by the way, I encountered a guy in the quantum realm, and
yeah.
He said a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure they have like a little moment. But
I start blinking, third eye start blinking.
Yeah, like
I heard about him.
I heard
say something about his curtains and all that.
Heard about him.
I'm dealing. Yeah.
I'll take care of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this multiverse stuff, man. And we can get to it. We can get to the post credit scenes. Like we talked about the Kangs, but we got a post credit scene.
Said a grunting Kang.
They grunting for some reason. Like and Baku, and like one of them was like hitting their hands together, like, and they just like, oh, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell Kang is. Is Kang supposed to be smart? Like, is he a brute? Like, which one is he? Like, I don't know what Kang. I don't know what Kang is. So it's like, whatever, but nah, going to the second post credit scene, the one after the credits, the one you got to stay all the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
We see Loki. We see, and it looks really good, by the way. Like, it looked really good. Yeah. It looked better than it looked better than the movie I just watched. I'm talking about just cinematography wise.
Again, they gonna get me.
They got me.
Again, they go get
me.
They
got me. Yo, big homie, they got me. I told my wife
with that one.
I told my wife they got me. Yeah, they got me. Come on, man. I was crapping all over season 1, but they got me back. They got me. I'm gonna watch this one. Kang had the little Frederick Douglass haircut. You know what I mean? No disrespect. But it was like,
he did have a Frederick Douglass,
what's his name? Something Walter Timely or something like that. Like he has some like weird ass name. He's like some traveling salesman type dude putting on a show or whatever, like a, and they like in an old timey theater or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that looked interesting, but it's like, man, again, And even, but hold on, what me and my wife laughed about was Owen Wilson character was just like, Owen Wilson like, wow,
Wow.
Wow. I mean, he said he's such a bad guy. I mean, look at him. He has and like Loki is like, oh no. Again, what we just talked about. That's him. He's bad. He's bad. No, he's him. No, he's bad. And I'm like, here we go again. We're gonna get more of the same of you telling us, like you said, you made a great point. Tell me. No, show me.
Show me.
Don't tell me. Even Owen Wilson is in there like, oh no, wow, he's not a bad guy. I mean, look at him. I mean, look at the guy. He's up there. I mean, Owen Wilson talk.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up there. I mean,
and he got that same move every movie. Like,
wow,
he seems like a. Yeah, he was in all that. My theater was so lit. I didn't even hear what Owen said. Like once it was realized it was a Loki 2, I couldn't even. And it wasn't because again, 4DX theater, shaky seats, shaky camera seats is not packed. Once it got to once people realized it was a Loki post cred, like fuck, I can't even hear what Owen just said. But I was hyped too. Like, oh shit. Because it looked good, man.
Yeah, it looked good, man.
It looked good. They got me like, I'm like,
they got me
trying to see no Loki season 2. I seen that, like, okay, it might do the same thing, but they gonna get me again because I'm looking. That looked good, man. That looked good.
Yeah, they got me, man. I was looking at it. I was like, when Owen Wilson reacted, and they was like looking up at it, and Loki like, that's him, man. And he like, wow, look at him. I mean, he's a nice guy. I mean, he has his glasses on. I mean, what's the like? Yeah, I was cracking up, man, because Owen Wilson just, I think he's gonna be funnier in this second season, man. Mobius. This new version of Mobius, right? Because
he gonna be like, and then we don't like. Oh, that's a good point because it is a new version of him. The one was more. I'm not saying this one won't be devout, but like they had like more different kind of information. So this one been groomed in a different way. So it's gonna be interesting, man. MCU all over the place, man. Like you want to talk about? We always talk about DC in terms of like having a reset, and they got these different things going on. But like, is this a different timeline? Is this a different? It's a different timeline, but how does that impact? And which Kang is the one that replaced the Kang? It's just, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of moving parts, man. We got excursions over here. We got one point. And I shot at Bale a couple of episodes ago. We talked about it. Now I'm back on it was still on Sunnage, but it's really back on the Sunnage pause, and it's really Sunnage pile, and it's really based on MODOK. And the Thunderbolt's gonna be Tridash. It's gonna be so Tridash because
Tridash.
The redemption thing that they did or the story they did with MODOK.
That's gonna
when
be
he died in Avenger,
it's
gonna be so slapstick.
Oh my god, cringy.
It's gonna be so slapstick, man.
Hey.
That shit funny, man.
I died in the
I'd watch it again just to watch that scene, man.
Scott like
so his face. You cut your head. You're like, she always ready to fight. Like, Darren? You were like a brother.
Darren?
Michael.
Scott. It's a long story.
Hank Pym was like, Darren? All of them just looking at him like, Darren? I'm tired of the Avenger. That's the funniest thing, man. I would watch it again just for that scene.
Just for that. Just for that.
He killed that part, man.
He did.
But
hey, MODOK,
the best he could with that.
Hey, shout out
that part.
Shout out to the dude who played MODOK.
Hey, he killed that part, man. He out here doing billions and all those kind of movies and TV shows.
Oh yeah,
getting Emmys and all that. And they had him on the end touching Scott's face like I died in the movie. Golly, man.
Oh man.
Golly.
What no comedy with Kang though. That's the thing. It's like Kang was serious as hell. It's like I get it. You know what I mean? Like, luckily they didn't spoof the entire movie like they did with Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Like, it did seem like it was some stakes. It's some stakes compared to Love and Thunder, not a lot of stakes. And they even kind of like bailed out on the stakes at the last minute, but at least some of it was like they was taking themselves serious a little bit. You know what I mean? It wasn't not too much, but just a little bit on some of it. You know, some of it was like, okay, all right, yeah, we kind of really do need to stop this guy because, you know, the daughter got a little annoying. For me, in my opinion, like she got a Cassie got a little annoying. You know what I mean? With the whole, no, we gotta help these people, and it's like
they actually too weak with that right now. They need to chill with this. They need to chill with this hero, altruistic hero thing where it's like, I want to be it because, like, no, the hero life chose you. You didn't choose it, right? You didn't choose it.
You're an Avenger, Dad.
You don't get to.
Like, I'm Ant-Man though. I ain't
like you sonning him for saving. I saved the world. What are you doing now? I saved the world with your monkey ass.
Yeah.
We went through time, B.
Right.
We went through time. You know,
brought people back.
You know what we did? We went against Thanos.
You know that blip? That was me. Brought everybody back.
That was me, bruh. So it was like this like the hero life has to find you. And I mean, that's just for me. Shout out to anybody that don't feel that way, but I feel like the I didn't choose the thug life. The life chose me. You didn't choose the hero life. The hero life chose you. You had to it chose you. Right? It chose you. You might be trained, whatever it is. You could be Natasha and Hawkeye, trained and whatever you did, but the hero life chose them, right? Hulk, everybody. So, you know, with they little young Avengers, they can't just have these people that want to pick to be heroes. Like even with like she had the hero life chose.
Ooh, that's rough.
Shuri. The hero life chose Shuri. Maybe I didn't want her to be the Black Panther, but it chose her.
It chose her,
right?
Yeah, that's true.
It chose her, right? That don't mean I like it, but it chose her.
A hero emerges, yes.
Yeah, hero emerges. Hero emerges. That's all. Those are all. You want to talk about like a tried and true story when it comes to heroes is when the hero emerges, not this. But yeah, like it. But you know, I'll give her this because at least it's been consistent that she was part of all these movies, right? Where like there's some of these other ones been a shoehorn aspect to them, right? Like she's been consistently, not this actress in particular.
Right.
It kind of would have been dope to see the one grow up into this.
Yeah, that's why because I have no connection with this.
Different seeing the new one.
This seems so much like a totally new character. That's the thing.
I should have either got the girl who grew up, and if we're gonna go 5 years in the head, then I should have got the one we saw in the game, right? Like the grown-up version of, you know, older version of that girl. You're right. Definitely there wasn't a connection because it would have been nicer if the one we saw that was in the first Ant-Man